In the warm morning light of March 24, 1854, the city of Caracas stirred with a quiet tension. Word had spread through the streets, across plantations, and into the hearts of thousands who had long lived in silence. Inside the presidential palace, José Gregorio Monagas stood before a wooden desk. The document before him was simple in appearance, but immense in consequence. For generations, slavery had shaped lives in Venezuela. A system rooted in colonial times, where men, women, and children were treated as property. Yet the winds of change had been building for decades, inspired by independence struggles and the ideals of freedom championed by leaders like Simón Bolívar. Now, the moment had come. Monagas dipped his pen into ink. Just days earlier, Congress had approved the law. Today, with one stroke, he would make it real. Outside, a young man named Mateo waited among a growing crowd. He had been born into slavery on a cocoa plantation, his life measured by the rise and fall of the sun, his future never his own. But whispers had reached him, freedom was coming. Inside, Monagas signed. The words were clear and irreversible. Slavery is forever abolished in Venezuela. In that instant, more than 23,000 people were no longer enslaved, they were free. A bell rang in the distance. Then another. The sound spread across Caracas like a wave. Mateo froze. For a heartbeat, no one moved, then the meaning struck. Tears filled his eyes as strangers embraced, voices rising in disbelief, laughter, and prayer. Some fell to their knees. Others simply stood, stunned by a freedom they had never known. The city transformed before their eyes. Chains were not physically shattered that day, but something deeper broke, the idea that a human life could be owned. Later, Monagas stepped onto a balcony. He looked out over the crowd, free men and women now, and understood that this act would echo far beyond his lifetime. It would reshape the nation, even as challenges remained. Because freedom, he knew, was not the end of a struggle, but the beginning of a new one. As the sun set over Caracas, Mateo walked through the streets not as property, but as a man. For the first time, the future stretched before him, uncertain, difficult, but finally his own. And in the fading light, a country took its first breath of true freedom.